Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, Comic Freak, my BitChute channel. Now, today I thought we'd go over various things that Disney and Kathleen Kennedy have put the Star Wars brand through over the last few months, and how they continue to blame fans for their failures. Now, here we see a picture of Kathleen Kennedy talking up George Lucas on the set of The Force Awakens, obviously. Now, if George Lucas knew at all how the movies were going to turn out eventually, he'd probably have a few choice words for Kathleen Kennedy there. He probably already knows about what's happening with Han Solo being killed off, and that was just the beginning of what Disney was going to do to his baby. Let's see. Over the last year, Bob Iger has said that he thought Galaxy's Edge would be so popular he'd have to set reservations for people to enter it. But not only is Galaxy Edge has no need for anyone to have a reservation to go on the ride, but apparently the entire Disney franchise of theme parks are failing because they're underperforming this year so badly that people are talking about it. This isn't surprising because theme parks are far harder to work and far harder to make a profit from than anyone gives them credit for. At least a lot of the YouTubers online. I heard about a video or something or other from either TV or so a few years ago that it costs an immense amount of money to run these parks, and that because of that, the only real profitable thing Disney had going for it were the movies. And now that the MCU is tied up in a nice knot with the end of Endgame, and with Star Wars underperforming, they are hurting for money. In another video I mentioned this, where they are now going to possibly make Rey, the mother of Anakin Skywalker, by having her time travel back and give birth to him. Now, if JJ said anything to the actress who plays Rey about this, he probably said to her, "Don't worry, this will be a good idea." But if you're a fan, you'll probably wonder why they're adding time travel now, even though it wasn't even hinted at in The Force Awakens. And the only reason they're bringing it on is because they want to fix the problems that Roundhead Rian Johnson created in The Last Jedi. Or maybe I should say The Last Star Wars movie. We're getting episode 9, but most likely the entire franchise will fail. Especially since they're introducing time travel to hopefully prolong the death for a few more movies. I have my doubts they'll do anything but make it even worse. It's not going to save it. Rey possibly becoming Shmi is a horrible idea, as I've gone over in other videos. As well as the fact some people even put forth the rumor that she might even be the progenitor of the entire Jedi Order, as I've gone before. Yes, let's make her the Holy Mother. Now, Luke Skywalker, he was a great character. They destroyed his character in The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill has gone on record saying that he didn't like what has happened, or at least hinted at it. I mean, he is having to, keep his tongue tied, so he can't really speak too much out against Disney. But he has made it known that he dislikes these new movies and how all three characters, Han, Leia, and Luke, never actually met each other and teamed up again. With that attitude, is it any wonder that everybody sees these new Star Wars movies as a failure? Not because the fans are wrong and that these are good movies. No, these are horrible movies. If they're not retreads of the original trilogy, they're outright, propaganda. With what they did to Leia, giving her force powers and making her fly through the space like Superman, even though she had been out in the middle of the depths of space for hours, apparently, where she should have been just dead. They killed Han Solo in an offhanded way by his own kid. And Luke, they just made into a Force ghost because they just could. Now, he's supposed to come back possibly in the 9th movie as a Force ghost. And that's a horrible idea. We could have had all 3 of these characters meet up and give their blessing to the new guys who will go out and save the galaxy. But no, we get a guy who drinks blue milk, doesn't do anything, and then finally becomes a ghost by not even getting off of his butt to go to the planet with Rey. We get a Mary Sue character created by Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams, who, if she actually had to go up against anyone actually dangerous, she would be killed. Is it any wonder Galaxy Edge is underperforming? Because not only is the current climate so SJW filled, it's having a direct impact on theme parks in general. Less people are wanting to go out, especially traveling thousands of miles just to be making their children get their fingerprints taken, as well as getting their retinas scanned at theme parks to go to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World. Now, if Kathleen Kennedy had any say in that, I would say that's another nail in her coffin. But it's most likely Disney, who just wants to control everything, and also probably just wants to take over the world because they are that evil, I think. And they resort to calling us, or you're a fascist, Nazi, racist, sexist, xenophobic, homophobic, hate monger. Like the little thumbnail on this picture of Kylo Ren says. And like with Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, only the Sith deal in absolutes. I've used that joke before, but it's still a good one. They absolutely hate us because we dislike their bad movies. We deserve good movies. We pay them money. And only now that everything is going south do they insult us because we refuse to go to see their movies or go to their theme parks. And everyone in the entirety of Hollywood completely agrees with them, and getting as many useful idiots as possible to try and get on their side. And even though those idiots are literally in the numbers of 1s and 2s and probably couldn't even fill up a small town's school auditorium. Hell, I bet they can't even get enough people to fill one bench in the middle of Central Park in New York. That's how many people have basically sided with them. And yet people like Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams insist that they're winning, even though Bob Iger can clearly see no one is attending his theme parks and that his movies are failing. And that most likely, if this keeps on going, Disney will fail and he'll be out on his butt. He'll be sharing the same bench with Kathleen Kennedy then, and I'll bet he'll have a few choice words for her then. It looks like the Disney franchise, a machine that Disney created when Disney went through the Disney Renaissance back in the 90s and thought to put to every possible movie franchise that they acquired would give them money forever. But looks like Star Wars is failing, the MCU will fail, and their theme parks will fail. And it'll be a good thing when they're gone. Before this review is over, I've been informed of yet another Star Wars rumor for Episode 9, where apparently Kylo Ren will become the new Darth Vader. I have read comments saying that he's not worthy to even go near the helmet of his grandfather, and I have to agree. This is a totally bad idea. Now, this seems to have something to do with the fact that Liam Neeson was going to appear in Episode 9 as a Force ghost, but apparently he said something online that Disney didn't like, so they're taking him out, and apparently Kylo Ren has been sighted wearing the iconic outfit of his grandfather. Now, those are just rumors. All that's been known is that someone has been wearing the Darth Vader outfit on the set. We can only hope he isn't going to be Darth Vader. Isn't it not enough that Kathleen Kennedy has made Star Wars a platform for her to sprout her feminist propaganda, but she also needs to make Kylo Ren the most badass character in the entire galaxy by making him Darth Vader. As Doomcock has said, without respect, we reject. And this might be the most disrespectful thing to Star Wars I've seen yet. Now, how this relates to Liam Neeson and his own scene, it's only because they had to take it out and had to replace that scene with something else that apparently Kylo Ren will be wearing, or possibly wearing, the Darth Vader outfit. You know, the guy who played Lando, Billy D. Williams, only has a minor role in Episode 9. Why not just make more scenes with him instead of doing this? Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me. Subscribe to me on YouTube at Read Comics, They're Bad For You. And go to BitChute and subscribe to Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And remember to share this video on Twitter and Facebook. It would really help me. Because YouTube ain't helping any YouTuber anymore. And also, keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.